Calgary Arabia.
طيب رجعنا، بس ما رجعتش لوحدي. معايا في الاستوديو فاطمة عوادة من الكالجري سوشيال جروب، و دي يعني هنتكلم انجلش. ف Hi. How are you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. So how was your drive coming in here?
It was challenging, but coming from the southwest, it was,
To the northeast?
To the northeast, it was challenging, to say the least, but I'm here, and that's what's important.
Me too. Okay, so I'll just go straight into the talking. Tell us about the Calgary Social Group, how it came about, and where does the idea come from?
Sure. Being born and raised here in Calgary, I felt that there was a need to unite the Calgary Arabs here. So the idea came from a long time ago, realizing that we need to unite the Calgary Arabs, and there isn't much for us here. I see that there's a need for it and a demand. So I took it upon myself to create the Calgary Arab Social Group.
Mm-hmm.
So we're strong, we're going. We've just started, I created it back, our first event was November.
Mm-hmm.
So we're fairly new, but we're growing. So far it's been good. I've gotten positive feedback.
Awesome. Cool. So what kind of events do you plan?
So the events that we plan include coffee, haflis, comedy festivals, speakers, and professional networking events.
Mm-hmm. So tell us more about what kind of coffee, because so far you had a coffee event and a shisha event, and tell us about those. What happened? How was it? What was the turnout like?
Sure. Our first event was at Kawa. We had the coffee event there, and we had 25 people show up. So for our first event, I was quite shocked, but at the same time, I was very happy. And the second event we had was Shisha, and that was at Sobeys. And there we had 35 people show up.
Yeah.
So, and our next event that's coming up is on December 25th at Messiah. So take note. Everyone.
Don't worry, it's coming in the Calgary Happening segment.
Yeah, so that's our next event, and we're going to have a live band, and we're just getting everybody together on Christmas Day at 8 p.m. And RSV on Facebook for all of you who haven't RSVP'd by December 21st. And I'm just looking to make more events after that.
Mm-hmm.
So stay tuned, and I'll keep you guys posted via Facebook and on air.
So you're just are you just a Facebook group? Are you a registered charity? Are you a registered nonprofit? What kind of organization is it?
So because we're fairly new, it's a nonprofit. We're not registered. This is all done. I'm the only one that's actually doing this. So I've taken it upon myself to just create all the events. So far, it's just been through Facebook
mm-hmm.
and Twitter and Instagram. Mm-hmm. So it's just been the social media that I've targeted.
Mm-hmm. تمام. طيب, so what's the purpose of the group? Like, what's the message that you're trying to get across?
So the message that I'm trying to get across is that I'd love to unite all of the Arabs here in Calgary. I feel that, we wanted to start the group to try and bring the fragmented Calgary Arab community together. And we wanted to give people an opportunity to meet other Arabs here in Calgary, whether it be somebody new to Calgary, someone looking to network, or someone looking to meet a life partner. The response from the community has been strong and very positive.
That's awesome. So what kind of feedback do you usually get? At the end of an event or whatever, do people come up to you and be like, hey, so that was awesome, but what's the but part? Or what's the that was awesome part?
Yeah, I mean,
what's the kind of feedback that you get, positive or negative?
Yeah, I mean, I get people, the criticism is all, is there and stuff. But people, when I let them know that I'm looking for volunteers for a social committee, mm-hmm. People kind of shy away and don't want to be a part of it. So But the feedback has been positive. I post our pictures on Facebook, on and we're on there, Calgary Arab Social Group on Facebook. Look us up and join the group. And yeah, so I post all of the pictures and for all of the events around there, and also on Instagram and Twitter. So feedback has been positive. People saying to me, good on you. We needed this. Thank you for coming forward. Everybody sees that there's something that needs to be done, and I just want to unite. I just want to unite all Arabs here in Calgary, and that's my goal. That's my vision.
We talked off air about how there's different associations, say like a Lebanese association and an Egyptian association and a Yemeni association. How do you want to use or avoid these associations in your plans?
And that's a great question. So I believe in one thing, and I keep saying to people that have approached me and said, what, like you said, there's a Lebanese association, there's a Moroccan association, there's a Saudi and whatnot. And I look at them and I say, in solidarity we stand, and in division we fall. We can all branch off and make our own groups and whatnot, but that won't unite us. That'll only divide us. And we can only become stronger as one, but with the division, it'll just break us. So again, like if we could just unite all Arabs, and I mean, I'm not telling people, how to run their lives or, what to do, but it's just think of the bigger picture. It has to be for all Arabs. So, and then I think once people start realizing that, I think people will then realize like how important it is to unite all of us, all the Arabs here in Calgary.
So you consider yourself one of the forces that unite Arabs rather than divide?
Absolutely.
And do you think it creates a balance that there would be, say, one association or a few associations that unite and one that specialize rather than divide? Does that create some balance that, say, I'm an Egyptian or I'm a Lebanese or I'm a Saudi, and I don't know, our food is different, for example.
Right. So
an event at a Saudi the association event would be more of a Saudi food. Would I be happier there, or do I need some balance with some mixed food and some not mixed?
Well, I think that, my goal actually to have a social committee, to have one Arab from every Arab country to sit on that committee, and for me, I think that that would make us very strong, and then that way everybody has a voice from every Arab country. So I think the balance would, because for me being Lebanese or something, I'd welcome like you said, there's Lebanese food is different from Saudi food or Moroccan food or Egyptian food, but how beautiful would it be if an Egyptian person that was on the social committee actually came up to me with an idea and we had a potluck or something. And, if we...
With a dish from each country.
With a dish from each country.
I would come. I would come to that event.
Right, exactly. I think that that would be ideal. You know what I mean? Because then you get to, why limit when you can expand?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So you think that having this kind of social, non-political, non-religious is, in fact, covers the other ones, covers all the types of other associations out there.
Absolutely.
For Arabs.
Absolutely, it does. Yes.
So what kind of support does the organization get, or who supports you?
Nobody.
Okay, so it's a one-woman show.
Yeah, I'm doing this all on my own. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what do you need? How can people help?
I'd love for volunteers to reach out to me. I'm open to any ideas. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me on Twitter. You can find me on Instagram. Just reach out to me and let me know how, your ideas, your opinions, what vision you may have could, perhaps be different than the vision that I have. But let's just collaborate, and come together and brainstorm and just make it something, that will be fun for all of us, for all Arabs.
تمام. Let's listen to this song. فاطمة طلبتها. تعالوا نسمع الأغنية دي ونكمل الانترفيو.
This is Calgary Arabia on 106.7 Red FM.
رجعنا مرة تانية ولسه مكملين كلامنا عن ال Calgary Social Group. So, Fatima, tell me, what are the biggest challenges you faced creating the group and planning the events?
So the challenges that I've come across with Calgary Arab Social Group is, I'm doing this all on my own and finding Arab establishments to hold events that are local to downtown, just so that it makes it accessible for everybody, within the city. And getting people to RSVP for the events, because the owners of the establishments where I've held the events have asked, that we need a count of how many people are going, so they can set up the place for us. So yeah, I find stuff like that challenging.
Because we generally are like last minute people, right?
Yes. Yeah, exactly. As Arabs, right, it's always Arab Standard Time. It's never like, it's never like Canadian Standard Time.
Yeah.
We're here in Canada, it's like 6 o'clock means 6 o'clock.
No offense, anyone. We're just like, call it like we see it.
Exactly, right? And it's, as Arabs, we're like, if you say 8 o'clock, they'll show up at 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
And it's hard. That makes it even more challenging because then, we're living in Canada and, talking to the Arab establishments just makes that a little bit more challenging,
Yeah. So I realize this is all for the Arabs. What are any local Calgarians, whether they be whatever ethnicity they are, what are they getting out of this? Is there a way they can use this group in a way?
So, like being a non-Arab?
Like non-Arabs,
yeah. Right. We've had actually non-Arabs come to both events. So we had one Turkish and one Pakistani actually. And so, yeah, they engaged. They had fun and we chatted with them and we met with them and, just like any one of us, just it's like meeting somebody who's new and, there's we had talks and chats and you find common things to talk about with anyone.
So like it's very social. Okay, so we talked about the challenges. We did talk about the challenges of planning events.
Yes.
What was the challenge of creating this social group? Like, was there someone telling you, "Oh, good luck with that. It's never going to happen"?
Absolutely. The negative criticism I've gotten a lot. You should do it this way. You could have done it better this way. And it's a learning process for me also. It's not that I'm new. I'm new at this. It's not like I've done this for years. We've only been live for like a month. So it's also a learning process for me as much as it is for anybody else. But so yeah, it's people telling me, well, you should have done this and you could do it like this, and I'm like, hey, I'm looking for volunteers, on the social committee. Would you like to join?
Yeah.
So it's hard because it becomes my ideas, you know what I mean? And what, I think the group would like, or, I ask people at the event, what is it, you're looking to see and what would you like? What kind of event would you like? So, and I'm trying to give back to the community, so where it's an Arab establishment, I'd like for any event that we have to give back to, any Arab establishment here in Calgary. That's also another challenge for me. Where we had our first event, he wasn't of Arab descent.
Who?
So at the coffee place, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, at Kawa. So he's not of Arab descent. But so I'd like all the proceeds, all the money being generated to go to an Arab establishment. So just to give back to the community is what I'm looking for too. Yeah. So
you're looking to benefit whatever the venue is as well, and you'd rather have it be like a Middle Eastern or an Arab place.
Yeah.
Okay.
So any Arab Middle Eastern establishments, please reach out to me.
Cool.
And I know it becomes challenging too if you're outside of the downtown core, because that's what I'm trying to target the most is just the downtown Arab establishments for now, and then maybe once we grow and become more popular, and when every Arab in Calgary attends all the events, then perhaps we could probably have them outside of the downtown core.
Okay, so what are the most rewarding things that you've come across so far?
The most rewarding things, I think, have been, watching this community grow, meeting people that I've never met and I probably would never ever meet had this group not come about. And just uniting every Arab in Calgary, and having something for all the Arabs, to look forward to, and so, all these events to look forward to, and meeting new people and getting together and just having a good time is really, I think, what's been rewarding for me.
So what are you getting out of this? Like, you don't get paid. It's nothing monetary. It's nothing materialistic. What keeps you going?
To strengthen the Arab community in Calgary, and then watching that grow and seeing how big we can become. And my vision is huge. I want to be the link for all Arabs in Calgary. That's my vision with this group.
I know it's a hard question, but why would any Arab care?
Because they're Arab. You should care if you're Arab, and if you don't care for your generation, then you should pass it on to the next generation. Living in Canada is challenging. Keeping our identity as Arabs is also challenging. So, having our generation, if we find it this challenging, then imagine how challenging it'll be for the second generation and the third generation. So it's important that we create it now and then, have it strong and hold on to that Arab community for the second and third generation here in Calgary.
Okay, you said you had big dreams. Tell us about them. What's your future plans? How big is this going to be?
I want it to be as big as it can be. My vision is big. I want to be, like I said, the link for all Arabs here in Calgary. I want to see, every Arab in Calgary when I say to them, have you heard of the Calgary Arab Social Group? I want them to say, yes, my friend told me about it, or, my cousin told me about it, or somebody told them about it. I want it to be so big that, that we're huge, that we're stronger than the Edmonton community.
Take that, Edmonton.
No offense to Edmonton, but they have a strong Arab community. Like, myself, I've had to go to Arabic haflat in Edmonton, where they bring the big stars like Wa'al Kfouri or George Wassouf or, Raghib Alem. I've had to go to Edmonton to see their haflat. Why can't we bring them here to Calgary? Why can't we have those haflat like in Calgary? So, that's a vision that I'd like to see. We're strong. We need to every Arab just needs to be engaged. And I think if we unite and become more, engaged and more aware of what's needed and the demand is there, it's just time to, to make a move and just unite all of us as opposed to dividing and,
تمام. طيب, so that's off of the sheet of paper that I have on here. But
no.
watch the fear.
تفضلي.
So who is like a celebrity or someone or that you would like to bring here that you think is too big to do right now? Like in the future, who's name one celebrity that you want to bring to Calgary later?
Oh, I'd love to see Wa'al Kfouri here, or Najwa Karam, or Amr Diab, or Fayrouz.
كلنا نفسنا فيروز. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be big. Imagine if Fayrouz came to Calgary. شو بيقولوا أهل Edmonton?
بيقولوا كالجري دول جدعان.
Then they'd be coming to Calgary to see Fayrouz.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
طيب تمام. Last thing. Sorry, that was very It's like a tennis match here, you guys.
تفضلي, bring it on, حبيبتي.
لا خلاص. Less pressure. طيب, how can people who listen to us right now help you? Like, what kind of people are you looking for? What kind of help are you looking for? Yeah, just tell us all about what you need.
I would love to see, volunteers, because again, these are just my ideas, and people that actually will execute on the idea and not just, not just
voice their opinion.
Exactly. Thank you, Islam Hittim. People that not just voice their opinion, but actually execute on the idea. Mm-hmm. So I'm looking for those kind of people. And again, I can be reached on Facebook, on Twitter, on, on Instagram, Calgary Arab Social Group. We're there, we're live, so yeah, I mean, I'd love to hear ideas, but again, executing is the key. Mm-hmm. So, and I have no volunteers. It's just me, and the social group, or the social group committee needs a social committee. You know what I mean? And I mean, again, I'd love for one Arab from every Arabic country, like every Arab country, to come forward and just, sit on the social committee and bring mm-hmm. forth all your ideas, all your opinions, and let's talk about it and brainstorm and see what we can come up with.
Tamim, how can people reach you again?
Calgary Arab Social Group on Facebook, Calgary Arab Social Group on Instagram, and Calgary Arab Social Group on Twitter. And don't forget to like us on Facebook.
And go to the event on December 25th.
Yes.
Thank you, Fatima.
Thank you, Noha.